Bam, bam, my peoples, my peoples. Welcome to another episode of Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. Y'all know how we doing this, man. We talking boxing like we do. Let me kick this thing off by saying salute to the first ones in the building. Side, what's the deal, my G? Toy Mafia, what's up, fellas? Listen, man, it's a beautiful day. God gave us another one. If you breathing, if you woke up, if you out of bed, that means God gave you another day, my people. Thank you, God, for another one, baby. We get to enjoy the sweet science. We get to live life. Say thank you to God, man. Every opportunity you get to wake up, you got another day, my peoples. Let's get it in, yo. Floyd Mayweather. Money Mayweather. Iron Mike Tyson. It looks like they're gonna be doing an exhibition fight in the month of April. Now, what do you guys think is the first question about this exhibition fight? Obviously, Mike Tyson is close to 60 years old. Floyd Mayweather is close to 50. There's a 10-year gap. Floyd is younger. You know, it's an exhibition fight. They're both way past their prime. Two different weight classes. What can we really expect from this exhibition? Sai says Mike is too old. Look, I agree with you. I think that Mike, close to 60 years old, is too old to be fighting. Even if it's an exhibition, I don't think this is a good thing for Mike Tyson. And Floyd Mayweather, you know, he know what he's doing. He's a very smart guy, and I think he knows, hey, look, Mike Tyson is close to 60 years old. He's not going to be able to hurt me. I'm going to be able to dance around, move around in there. Are people going to watch? Well, you have to understand, these are two of the biggest stars boxing has ever seen. Iron Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather. So we're not thrilled about it, I would say, simply because, again, we're talking about a Floyd that's close to 50, a Mike that's close to 60. What can we really expect from this exhibition fight? I'm surprised that is actually happening, and I say that because Mike Tyson, I'm pretty sure he's real good financially. Floyd Mayweather, I know that there's rumors going around that he got debt, that he owes a lot of money, and whatever's going on. But Floyd Mayweather has a lot of money too. Both of these guys are wealthy. Wealthy. Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, they got money. They don't know what to do with it. So I'm surprised to see this fight happening. I have the mindset, or I like the mindset of a Terrence Crawford who is wealthy already and has decided, you know what, I'm not gonna fight anymore. I'm good. My health is more important than anything. And I gotta tell you, my peoples, look, Mike Tyson obviously has a lot of mileage. Floyd Mayweather has a lot of mileage, 50 professional fights. And this is something that people don't take into consideration. But once you get to this age and you've had all those fights, those punches hit different. They damage your body differently at this point. When you have all those professional fights in the bag and even some exhibition fights. So I'm not a fan of this, of fighters, you know, coming back at this age. And even if it's an exhibition, you know, those one or two shots that land good, they have an impact. So hopefully, if they do make it happen, nobody gets hurt, nobody take any serious punishment. I don't want to see it. If it's up to me, Mike Tyson never climb in the ring again, and neither would Floyd Mayweather. They both got money. They don't have to. That's my perception, my opinion. You know, these are two of the, like I said, man, two of the biggest stars boxing has ever seen. And I don't want to see them go down in such a way to to where they're not even able to enjoy their wealth because they dealing with struggles, physical struggles. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's my perception on that. But here's something that I think is an interesting coincidence. Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather goes down in April, right? But guess what else goes down in April? Manny Pacquiao versus Ruslan Probotnikov. In case you don't remember Probotnikov, he's the Russian dude that went to war with Timothy Bradley. Like, they dropped each other. They was pummeling each other. Probotnikov been retired. I'm not sure for how long, but I know that he was a very, very tough fighter. And I think he's going to make it interesting for Manny Pacquiao. He's going to be out there swinging for the fences. So the same deal applies here. Like, what is Manny Pacquiao doing? We saw Pac-Man versus Barrios fight to a draw. And that was a professional fight. Now he's going back down to an exhibition. But is it a coincidence that Manny Pacquiao and Ruslan Probotnikov are fighting on the same month that Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson will be climbing the ring? Underrated Will. Salute, my brother. Bam. Side, damn, I don't want to see Pacquiao fight no more either. We know how Probotnikov get down. Brain damage is certain. Yo, Probotnikov is a guy that you know is going to stand right there and try to bang it out with you, try to trade leather with you. I don't think that's a good matchup for Manny Pacquiao. I know that he's been out of boxing for some time and he's older too. But still, man, this could be a bad fight for Manny Pacquiao. And it could even be a bad fight for Floyd Mayweather too and Mike Tyson, because Floyd Mayweather's a lot younger, a lot faster, a lot of everything. And it is an exhibition fight. But you just never know. What if he get caught with something nasty and get hurt out there? I don't want to see these guys get hurt. That's why I said I would have been more okay with Floyd and Manny Pacquiao because they're about the same age. I mean, it's like, they're not going to hurt each other. They fight that rematch. You know, it probably would be competitive, but I'm not expecting anybody to get knocked out if they fought each other. I'm not expecting anybody to get hurt. But Floyd Mayweather stepping in the ring with Mike Tyson, they're not even in the same weight class. And Manny Pacquiao fighting Probotnikov, who's a guy that likes to let the bombs away fly. Those are the two fights, my peoples. And is it a coincidence? Here's the magic question. Is it a coincidence that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are both having an exhibition in the month of April? Or could this be the lead up to their rematch? Floyd Mayweather looks good versus Mike Tyson. Manny Pacquiao looks good versus Ruslan Probotnikov. And then what can that set up? Is it possible, my people, that after Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao face off in April, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao both have an exhibition in April, boom! Can that be setting up the stage for this one? Now, I'm going to remind you guys something. A few years ago, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao was supposed to fight. I'm not sure if it was going to be an exhibition or a real fight, but they were supposed to. And Manny Pacquiao violated the contract because he couldn't say anything, he couldn't announce it, he couldn't mention it. And a promoter put him on the spot. He was in the ring, and he was like, oh, so you're going to fight Floyd, right? He was like, yeah, boom. Floyd Mayweather canceled the shit. I think Manny Pacquiao had to pay him a shitload of money for breach of contract. So that never happened. But now, is it a coincidence that they're both having a fight in the same month, in April? Because it could be that they're simply setting up the stage to fight each other afterwards, later this year, at the end of the year sometime. Danny on the ground. That actually makes sense. Because I don't know. So I'm going to say this, look, I don't really want to see Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fighting like that. Because again, they're both close to 50 years old. And when you have all this mileage, all these fights that you already been in, you know, and you're older, it's easier for you to be damaged up here. A few nasty shots and you stuttering. A few nasty punches and you ain't even talking right no more. And I don't want to see that happen to neither one of them. If they want to fight each other, you know, I'll support it. Mainly because they're both around the same age. You know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Floyd Mayweather like 49 and Manny Pacquiao 47. I don't know if it's Pac-Man. I think so. I think that's their age. But they're right there. Both of them are close to 50 years old. Both of them have a lot of mileage on their body. And I think if they fought each other, because they're both close to 50 years old, nobody's really going to get hurt. You know, it could be competitive. You know, Floyd with the footwork, with the movement, Manny Pacquiao trying to apply the pressure. So this could be a competitive fight if they do that rematch. And it will be very, very much anticipated. Even though they're both washed, even though they both been retired, if they fight each other, it'll be a big fight. And we'll all be watching. There's people who say, nah, I don't want to watch that fight. I don't care for that fight. They'll be tuning in. Most boxing fans will watch this fight if it happens. But, of course, the first thing that we're going to get is Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather in April, and then Manny Pacquiao versus Ruslan Provodnikov also in April. Now, why I'm not excited about these exhibitions? Because look, Mayweather and Mike Tyson. These are two fighters who yes, two of the biggest stars boxing has ever seen. But come on, Mike about to be 60, Floyd about to be 50. A heavyweight versus a welterweight. You know, what can you really expect? What type of action can we really expect from a fight like this? Come on now. Hold on, we got a dummy in the building. Let me get this dummy out of here. Dummy. You know, what can we expect from two guys that are one close to 50, one close to 60, and two different weight classes? Is it going to be some type of show where, you know, they like a little sparring, a light sparring match, a few rounds, collect a few millions? I think that's what we can probably expect from a fight like this. And then you have Manny Pacquiao versus Provodnikov. Now, this here is different. And I say it's different because Provodnikov is the type of fighter who, if you remember him, who's out there to bang it out, who's trying to hurt you, who's swinging for the fences. That's the type of fighter Provodnikov is. So if Manny Pacquiao get caught with a big shot, he can get hurt out there. He can actually get hurt. And I don't want to see it happen. You know, I don't want to see Manny Pacquiao, I don't want to see Floyd Mayweather get hurt. I got to say, are they trying to be setting the stage to fight each other afterwards? It could be. It could potentially be. Remember, Floyd Mayweather already floated the idea or the possibility of him coming back in 2026 to a professional fight. And it's not like he's going to put that O on the line versus a young lion. I don't see that happening. Floyd ain't going to do that. But then, if he's going to put it on the line versus Manny Pacquiao, somebody who we already know he can beat, that's a possibility. Because listen, it's like I told ya. Even though both of them are close to 50 years old, people are going to watch that rematch if it happens. That's going to be a big, big fight if it happens. My opinion is that neither guy should be getting back in the ring. Neither guy should be fighting because of their age. But I'm going to support it if they choose to fight. If they decide to fight, I support it. Both of them are amongst my favorite fighters of all time. So even though I prefer for them to stay retired and enjoy their health, their wealth and their health, if they choose to come back. Just like you guys, I'm gonna be tuning in. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, I'm not gonna watch it because they're washed up, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna tell you that. But I think we have to understand that being two of the biggest stars in boxing, and because of the way the first fight played out, I think a lot of people will be interested in seeing the rematch. I think, I know, it's like I told you, I have mixed emotions about this because I don't want to see them fight anymore. I want them to, just stay retired. Not even the exhibitions. Not even the exhibitions. Just don't get in the ring anymore. But there's also things that go down that you just don't really understand it because you don't have that information. And obviously, there's a lot of money to be made fighting each other and fighting exhibitions. But I'm siding with Terrence Crawford on this one. When he says, yo, no money's going to make me come back. $100 million won't make me come back. And he expressed it, but there's also other fighters who have done that, who move like that. I'll give you an example, Vasyl Lomachenko. Lomachenko could have came back and fought Tank Davis for what would have definitely been a career payday. And he was like, nah, I tried to fight him for the last 5 years and they didn't want to fight me. I'm done. I'm out of here. So I don't see any type of money that you can offer Lomachenko for him to come back. But here's the thing. You have to look at the lifestyle that Lomachenko lives. Lomachenko made the type of money and lives the type of lifestyle that he's never going to have to worry about going broke or spending all his money on. Now he good. And it's the same thing with Terrence Crawford. If you look at Terrence Crawford, with the type of money that he made, the investments that he has, the endorsement deals, all of that stuff combined, he'll never have to work a day in his life. He will never have to. He will never have to step in the ring again. So I think for fighters, that should be the goal. To put themselves in a position where they never have to fight again. Where they say, I got enough money to where I never have to climb the ring again. But here's the trap when it comes to boxing. Once you make a lot of money climbing in the ring, it's going to be hard for you to find something else that'll make you that much money. Floyd got a lot of investments. He got a lot of money coming in. But there isn't anything that he has that's going to make as much money as him stepping in the ring himself and boxing. And the same thing with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is extremely successful. Right now, he got money. But none of his business ventures are going to generate the type of money that he makes by stepping in the ring himself and trading leather. So it's all about the money. For the right amount of money, most people will keep stepping in the ring. And that's why I say I'm siding with Terrence Crawford. Like, yo, with the money I got, there is no amount of money that you could make me step in the ring for. I don't need it. I'm good. I'm straight. I think that's what all fighters should strive for. Let me achieve a level of greatness. Let me get to the top. And then eventually, I want to step out clean. I want to get out of here clean and not risk my health anymore. So Again, you know, if Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, if they do fight in April, you know, I'm not interested in that exhibition from the aspect of I don't want to see these guys fighting anymore. But if they're gonna do it, I'm gonna support it and I'm gonna tune in. And I know a lot of fans are gonna tune in. You know, close to 50-year-old Floyd Mayweather, close to 60-year-old Mike Tyson, a welterweight versus a heavyweight, an exhibition. I don't really know what to expect. This is gonna be probably, I'm guessing, a sparring match. They're gonna have a sparring match. I don't know, 4, 6 rounds, whatever it is, and then Manny Pacquiao is also gonna be, you know, having his own exhibition in April. Like I said, man, Probotnikov could be a dangerous fighter, very hard puncher, a guy that likes to swing for the fences. And since it's an exhibition, just like Mike versus Floyd, nobody's gonna win, nobody's gonna lose. Is this setting the stage for Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather? There's a possibility. There is a possibility. Sai, getting my pull-ups in while listening to boxing for breakfast. Whoa, do your thing, my brother. Listen, bro, listen. I already did my thing. Get your work in. Check this out. Let me show you. Let me show you this real quick, so you can see where I'm at. Check this out. Check that out. I already got my work in, bro. I already got it in, baby. Early. Nice and early. A little 5 miles. I did 5 miles this morning. But my legs, man, because I ran on the treadmill yesterday night. Yesterday I had 2 runs. So check this out. Yesterday I had 2 runs, man, and what I did on the treadmill. Look, that was yesterday night. So this morning, my calves, man, they felt a little bit tight and shit. But I still get my work in. I'm not playing around. Not playing around, my G. So check this out. Side looks like a good pace. Yeah, pretty decent pace. I do pretty good. I'm getting faster as I'm cutting this weight. I'm doing pretty good. Fellas, let's move on to the next one, man. The saga continues. The saga continues. Fellas, let me give you the update. The saga continues. Vergil Ortiz versus Jaron Bruce Ennis. Let me tell you how this saga continues. So, you guys remember that Vergil Ortiz is trying to claim that he's a free agent, right? Well, since he is a free agent according to him, Eddie Hearn made an offer for him to fight Boots. They actually made him like 2 offers, like one to fight Boots and like a 3-fight deal. But there's a problem. He's under contract with Golden Boy. So Golden Boy stepped in, like, no. We're making this fight. You not making this fight. So now we get more clarity as to why this is in federal court. Because Vergil's claiming free agency, and Eddie Hearn is saying, okay, you're a free agent. We offer you this fight. Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy was like, nah, here's a cease and desist for y'all. You can't make this fight. We gonna make this fight. So the whole situation is about Vergil trying to become a free agent, and then both sides, Oscar De La Hoya want to make the fight via Golden Boy, Eddie Hearn want to make the fight via Matchroom. There's already an offer. So they have an emergency hearing to determine if Vergil Ortiz is going to remain a free agent, is going to be able to be a free agent and make the fight with Matchroom, or if he cannot become a free agent if he has to honor his contract with Golden Boy. That's the situation that's right now. We don't know yet, but it looks like we're about to find out soon. This fight can still happen. A lot of us want to see Vergil Ortiz versus Jaron Boots Ennis. It's like I told y'all, man. Boots is real quiet on social media. You don't see him calling out other fighters. You don't see him talking to anybody. And the same thing with Vergil Ortiz. You don't really see him pursuing anybody else or anything like that. So we can still get this fight. Apparently, it can happen in April. There's an emergency hearing, I think, going down this week sometime. And we're going to find out real soon. We're about to find out, are we going to get Vergil Ortiz versus Jaron Boots Ennis? Now, these are the opponents that are going at it right now. These are the opponents that are going at it right now. Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn. Whoa. Of course, Vergil Ortiz is in between them because Vergil's saying that he's a free agent. If he really is a free agent, then that means Matchroom can sign him and make the fight with Boots. But if he's not a free agent, then they have to make the fight through Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy. So both promoters want to make the fight. Both promoters are trying to make this fight. Ultimately, the ball's going to be in Vergil's court. Vergil's the guy who's going to decide, do I want to make it? Do I want to fight Keyshawn Davis? Do I want to fight Boots? I have to see it, man. I have to see what's going to happen because it looks like we're going to find out pretty soon. We're going to find out pretty soon. Is Vergil going to want this smoke when the dust settles? Let's see. I've been telling you my take. I've been telling you how I felt about it. Who do you got in a street fight? That's a dumb question. Professional fighters ain't fighting in a street fight. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Who I got in a street fight? Do you see professional fighters in street fights? Like, that don't even make no sense. Don't ask that question, man. Like, we're talking boxing over here. You asking about street fights. Like, what are you doing, bro? Oscar De La Hoya, answer it. This is what I'm going to answer for you. What will you say when you come back from a 24-hour break? Because I don't want to tell you to shut the hell up and you sound like a dummy. So go on a 24-hour break and come back asking boxing questions. We don't need dummy questions this early in the morning. Side, street fights ain't got rules. People get jumped, beat, and with bats, etc. It's not only that, bro. It's like, that's a dummy right there. We talking boxing. We talking about a sport. And this dummy come over here talking about who you got in a street fight. Shut your dummy ass up, man. Go to a street fight YouTube channel and ask that shit over there. Dummy. Now, these are right here two adversaries. There ain't going to be no street fight over here, of course. But Eddie Hearn is trying to get Vergil to go over to Matchroom. And Oscar De La Hoya is saying, nope, he ain't a free agent. He can't go over to Matchroom. The case is in federal court right now. I do have to say, my peoples, Oscar De La Hoya did win the first legal battle when they granted a restraining order. Basically, Vergil Ortiz cannot fight until they sort out the contract. Can't fight. So we have to determine, hold on, my people, we got another dummy in the building seeking for attention. Vegetable salad dummy over here. So we just have to determine, how is this going to play out? Is Vergil Ortiz going to end up signing with Matchroom? And if he does, that means that Jaron Boots and his fight is going to happen. Because that's what Eddie Hearn is offering. He's offering a fight with Boots or like a 3-fight deal. Either way, it looks like if he does go with Matchroom, the fight will happen. And if he stays with Golden Boy, now I'm not even sure what happens. I'm not even sure what happens. Because I want you guys to consider this. Please think about this. If Vergil Ortiz loses in court and is not able to leave his Golden Boy contract, right? He's stuck with Golden Boy. I'm going to ask you a question. Now that Eddie Hearn, hold on, we got another dummy in the building. Now that Eddie Hearn is trying to steal Oscar's fighter, trying to take his fighter from Oscar, will Oscar De La Hoya still want to do business with Eddie Hearn if he's able to keep Vergil in contract? I don't know. Now, all those dummies might actually be the same person. It might be vegetable salad with his fake accounts. You know, bro, when you crippled at home, you can't walk, you're in a wheelchair, you got a lot of time to just create fake accounts. The vegetable salad strikes again. I'm telling you. Sometimes he gets triggered and say, let me attack Jay. I'm crippled over here. We don't got time for that crippled. But how do you think that plays out, Si? If Oscar De La Hoya is able to keep Vergil under contract, is he still gonna be willing to do business with Eddie Hearn? There you go, in a wheelchair. So think about that. We got another dummy in the building seeking for attention. Damn, today's the day, my brother. The vegetable salad is in full force. That's the magic question. Will Oscar De La Hoya want to do business with Eddie Hearn? I don't know. Now I don't know. Now I'm thinking to myself, there's a possibility that Oscar says, you know what? You're staying in contract. You're not fighting Boots. You're going to fight whoever I tell you, or you ain't fighting nobody. We're going to put you on the shelf. So I think it all depends on Vergil. If Vergil really wants it, it will happen. Yeah, but that's the thing. If he stays in his Golden Boy contract, he doesn't decide who he fights. Because you could look at it like this, right? If you're Oscar De La Hoya, you could look at this like, oh shit, Eddie trying to backdoor me. It's like Eddie trying to backdoor him. Think about that. Is Oscar De La Hoya gonna want to do business with him? I don't know. I don't know that he will. Because put yourself in Oscar De La Hoya's situation. You got a fighter who signed to Golden Boy, and you got the promoter from Matchroom offering that same fighter a contract. You're going to feel like they trying to backdoor you. You're going to be like, oh, shit. Eddie trying to steal my fighter while he's still under contract. Okay. Okay. If he went in court and Vergil stuck with Golden Boy, is Oscar De La Hoya going to say, Eddie, let's work together so we can make this fight? Or is he going to say, F you, Eddie Hearn, now we not fighting Boots, and Vergil going to fight whoever I say? Well, you know, how is this situation going to play out? How is it going to play out? I don't know, man. I don't know. I honestly feel like it's possible that Boots versus Vergil can happen. But at this point, I think the easiest way for that fight to happen is if Vergil is able to leave his contract and sign with Matchroom. Because Oscar is going to make it difficult for him. At this point, like, you're trying to leave, you're trying to sign with Matchroom while you're still under contract over here, or I'm going to make you pay. The lunatic librarian in the building. Salute, family. Bam. Bam, my brother. The Vergil Ortiz Jerron Boots Ennis saga continues. It looks like it's still possible that we get this fight. There's going to be an emergency hearing to determine if it can get done or not, because as you guys know, there's still a question of whether or not Vergil's contract with Golden Boy is still valid. Ronaldo, good morning. Best time of the day. Boxing for breakfast. Salute, family. Bam. Google account. I don't think Oscar and Eddie will come to an agreement because they both feel like their fighter should get a certain percentage. But that's the thing. If Vergil Ortiz is able to become a free agent, then Oscar De La Hoya is going to be out of the picture. That's it. If he becomes a free agent, he'll be able to sign with Eddie Hearn and make the fight happen. Of course, if he become a free agent and decides not to sign with Eddie Hearn and not to make the fight, then it's going to fall into the theme of him being a duck. You know, you're either going to fight Boots, or we're going to be like, wait a minute, what's going on over here? What is going on over here with Vergil? You either fight Boots, or we're going to be looking at you like, okay, you could have made this fight and you chose not to. That's not, that's not what the fans want to see from Vergil. And look, there's going to be that pressure for Vergil Ortiz to fight Jerron Boots Ennis, because this is such an anticipated fight. We've been calling for this one since they was both at the welterweight division, and it couldn't happen. And now they're both at 154. We already seen them facing off in the ring. We already know both promoters are interested in this fight. There's no reason for it not to happen. Aroma sound. He's better off staying with Oscar, getting a few more fights, and then fight Boots. So that sounds good, but here's the problem, my brother. Vergil Ortiz already made his intentions known that he's trying to leave Golden Boy. That's right there going to put some friction between him and Oscar. And Oscar is not going to be trying to protect him, trying to get him some easy fights. It's like, oh, you want to get out of here? I'm going to get you knocked out. I'm going to get somebody that's going to knock you out on your way out of Golden Boy, son. That's what I see happening. That's something that I envision happening. Now, are we going to get this fight via Golden Boy? Are we going to get it via Matchroom? Or are we not going to get it at all? I think we're going to find out soon. I think we're going to find out real soon, because they already have an emergency court date, an emergency hearing to determine if he'll be able to fight or not. Aroma Sound signing with Eddie Hearn isn't going to get him any fights after Boots. Let's see. Because there's two options for him with Matchroom. He can sign to fight with Boots, or he can sign a 3-fight deal. So he can literally just fight Boots and become a free agent right afterwards. I don't know if that's, the route that he wants to take. Maybe he sign a 1-fight deal, fight Boots, and then go to Canelo Promotions, because it looked like he was interested in that as well. But the saga continues, my peoples. Hopefully, we're going to find out soon. Hopefully, we get to find out. MG Chaotic, I'm surprised Turkey hasn't stepped in and just made everyone happy. That would be the best case scenario. That would be the best case scenario. Look, you stay with Golden Boy. Bulls, you got your contract with Matchroom. I'm going to foot the bill so we can make this fight happen. Let's see. Now, moving on to the next one, my peoples. And this is a funny-ass situation that I had to address. I know you guys seen it. Larry Wheels slapped the taste out of Dean the Great. Slapped the shit out of him. What the hell? Look, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. When people get drunk, they act out. You're seeing it all the time. You're seeing it on TV. If you're old enough, you've seen it in person. People getting drunk and acting out. Dean the Great exposed himself as a goofball and just a straight up weirdo. You're a weirdo. Did you guys see this? How this situation unfolded? You is a weirdo. Aroma sound, these kids play too much these days. And then say it's a prank. Man, at this point, we already seen people getting killed behind goofy ass pranks. But this dude, Dean the Great, he earned that slap from Larry Wheels. And he not a kid, right? He's 25 years old. He a grown man. Son, Dean was being mad disrespectful. But it's not just disrespectful. He being a weirdo. A disrespectful weirdo. Because if somebody get in your face talking crazy, that's disrespectful. But this man got his wife right there, and you keep trying to hug his wife? And you keep trying, and then you look at the camera, you're like, man, I ain't respecting this dude. His wife is up for grabs. Right in front of him. Then when they slap the shit out of you, why he hit me? Why? What you mean why he hit you? You're a fucking weirdo. I'm going to tell you like this, man. Any man who will do that, act like that with a woman, like, yeah, she smiles, she's with it, she's smiling. Any man that act like that, you're a fucking weirdo. Don't be, my people, don't be that guy. Do not be that guy. Like, this dude one day is gonna look back at that shit and be like, damn, I really did that. Or he just such a weirdo that he think it's cool what he was doing. You see, that's the thing. Some people acquire a certain level of success because Dean the Great isn't even a big star like that. He's growing his profile, but he's not even a big star like that. And he ain't accomplished shit in boxing. He's not going to accomplish shit in boxing. He ain't going to. He a goofball. He's going to be like, he is like a YouTuber boxer. So, he's going to be one of those dudes that people are going to know more for the dumb shit he was doing outside the ring than for anything he ever did inside the ring. But guys like that, they acquire a certain level of popularity, you know, where they from, where they at. People know them. Whatever state he live in, people know him, right? And because of that, around a certain group of people, he's like a celebrity. And he could act out. But then you get out to the real world and you act out. And that's what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna be like, you're gonna literally be known for the guy who's getting slapped around. I'm getting beat up out there. And here's the crazy, this dude done had the worst 24-hour span. The worst 24-hour span. Because Larry Wheels slapped the shit out of him. And I don't know if you guys seen it. This other dude slapped the shit out of him too. Slapped the tape. No, this dude right here punched him. This was even worse. He tried to tell this dude, like, he got in this guy's face. Again, a guy who's a lot bigger than him, a lot stronger than him, probably outweighed him by over 100 pounds. And he like, yeah, but I'll beat the shit out of you. And the guy asked him, yo, are you serious? Are you serious? And he like, yeah, I'll put 100 clip on you. What? This dude punched the shit out of him. So within 24 hours, he got slapped and punched. Like, you that thirsty for attention? that whenever that camera goes live, you want to play tough guy on men that outweigh you by over 100 pounds, and you out there getting beat up on live? Come on, man. Clifton Dennis, that's old, but that's real, I believe. I mean, if it's old, because I saw, nah, it's not old, my brother. You know how you know it's not old? Because this dude right here asked him, yo, ain't you the guy that got slapped? And he was like, yeah, but I beat the shit out of you. I'll beat the shit out of you. And then boom, the guy snuffed the shit out of him. And again, he was trying to fight. People had to break it apart. We're like, what you think you was going to do against this dude? This dude was going to break you in half, bro. Clifton Dennis. That's not the same day. I'm pretty sure it was the following day. Literally the following day. That's why this guy asked him, yo, ain't you the guy that got slapped? And he was like, yeah, but I beat the shit out of you. They snuffed the shit out of him, bro. Snuffed fire out of him. You're embarrassing yourself. Right now, this dude is like a young version of Adrian Broner. And at least Adrian Broner wasn't out there getting beat up. Well, at one point, there was a bouncer who supposedly beat him up. But that's not on camera. He not on camera getting slapped up and getting beat up. He not on camera talking about, the girls seen it when he slapped me. The girls, he slapped me in front of the girls. Like, that shit is embarrassing, bro. This dude right here need help. This dude needs to get put in a rehab facility, locked away for 30-day rehab, in-house program. Somebody needs to do something with him. Because you're 25 years old, and you acting like you're in high school, getting slapped around like that. And you acting like... Look, there's people who don't know how to hold their liquor. You don't know how to hold your liquor, just don't drink around people. Don't drink in parties. Don't drink in a crowd. Because as soon as you drink, and I think most of us met people like that. I met people like that, and I just stay away from them. There's people that they just need a couple of shots, and they turn into Superman. They want to beat everybody up. They want to fight everybody. Everybody, what you looking at? Oh, he want to look at me hard. If I see somebody like that, I can't fuck with you. I cannot fuck with you at all. And I'm going to tell you guys a little story. Because look, Larry Wheels slapped the shit out of Dean the Great. And Rampage Jackson was there. Rampage didn't jump in. Didn't jump in on his side. If anything, he was like, yo, you wildin', get the fuck out of here. I remember I went to a club and I ran into somebody that I used to work with at that club. And I seen the nigga was drunk. And it was a few of us from the job where I used to work at who was at that club. And this dude, he used to work with us, but we had not seen him in a while. He was there too. Soon as we got there, I already saw, oh shit, man. This dude's in the club, mad women, mad girls, and he's over there talking about, yo, nah, them niggas on that table over there, they looking like they trying to start on me. Yeah, you know, they over there looking at me funny. I'm like, nah, man, this nigga's on some other shit right here. I don't even want to fuck with this nigga. And I was in the club for like half an hour. And I'm like, yo, my peoples, I'm out. I'm out. Nah, Jay, yo, right now this thing is jumping. Yo, stay. Nah, my G, I'm out. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow at work. Bam, I'm out of here. I left. Cool. Yo, the next day, homie that got fired showed up at the job. The guy that used to work with us that was drunk at the club, he showed up at the job. So when I got there, he was already there. Yo, this dude got a lump in the forehead. His nose is crooked. A cracked lip. Look, all type of lumped up. I'm like, yo, what happened, bro? He like, yo, nah, man, these niggas over here, they a bunch of traitors. They a bunch of traitors. I'm like, what you mean they're a bunch of traitors? What happened? Nah, yo, cause I got jumped by them dudes that was in the other table and they didn't do nothing, man. That's some traitor shit. I'm like, damn, yo, that's crazy. I go inside and I see the people that was also at the club. And I'm like, yo, this nigga's outside talking about y'all a bunch of traitors and shit. And they told me a bunch of traitors, yo, Jay, right after you left, this nigga threw water at the other table. Grabbed water and threw it at the other table. All of them got up and came to jump him, and we got up and we told him, yo, chill, look, this nigga's drunk. He don't know what he doing. We stopped them niggas. They were gonna pummel him on the spot. And we stopped them. They went and sat back down. And we just kept chilling for a little bit longer. Then he told one of them niggas, yo, he started telling one of them, go outside, let's go outside, I'm gonna beat your ass. And we trying to stop him, like, yo, chill. After a few minutes of trying to stop him, we were like, yo, we not gonna get into shit because of this nigga, yo, let's get the hell out of here. So they left. They didn't even see him getting lumped up. They left. They were like, yo, you wanna be on some shit like this? We out of here, bro. We didn't even come over here with you. We not leaving with you. And they left. So after they left, all of them dudes that was inside saw him dolo, went out and beat the shit out of him. And in his mind, everybody's a traitor. But are people gonna get in a fight over your goofy ass trying to fight everybody in the club? Go for your ass, you got lumped up. You a goofball. They was out there trying to save your ass. But that's the problem with goofies like this one right here. You can't save them because they're gonna keep running their mouth until somebody slap the shit out of them. Until somebody snuff the shit out of them. You can't stop them. Look, Rampage Jackson couldn't stop him. Rampage was like, yo, chill, don't disrespect this man. This man right here, he a king. Don't disrespect him like that. He kept disrespecting him. Got the slap, smack the shit out of him. And then this dude right here snuffed the shit out of him. Same deal. That's why. Clifton Dennis, do you think Dean could have beat the guy who punched him? Nah, no way. The guy who punched him would have beat the shit out of him, bro. Somebody who outweigh you by over 100 pounds in a close setting like this. Like if you put him in a boxing match inside of a ring, he might be able to outbox him, moving around and outboxing him and moving him. But in a close setting, indoors, nah, he gonna get battered. This guy's gonna grab him, pick him up, and slam the shit out of him so hard that he's not even gonna be able to get up. Clifton Dennis, I saw Dean beat up while basketball court of people, but with gloves. They did the right thing after trying to stop him. You see, if it's a situation when two people's arguing and they're like, yo, let's put on the glove, let's box. Okay, little fisticuffs. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But at this point, you out there looking like a goofball and looking like a weirdo, my peoples. I met people like that just don't know how to control themselves around women. That's embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. When somebody keep pushing up on a girl, like, yeah, because she's smiling, so that means she rocking with me. Yeah, she's smiling. His whole mind, this dude's wife was rocking with him because she was smiling. Yo, a woman smiling don't mean shit, bro. She could just be smiling because it's an awkward moment. You creating an awkward environment by keep trying to push up on her, right in front of her man. Some people smile out of nerves. They just nervous, so they smile. You don't remember Vergil Ortiz in the ring with Boots? Some people smile because they nervous. That don't mean anything. But men who just can't help themselves around women and they keep pushing up and pushing up and pushing up, they be fucking weirdos, bro. You a fucking weirdo. So Dean the Great, he deserved that slap. He absolutely deserved it. That punch, he absolutely deserved it. And if that's how you behave, like, You have to understand, my peoples. Sometimes when somebody drink, they become themselves. They become who they really are. So it's like Dean exposed himself. You 25 years old, you acting like that. You're not 15, you're not 16. You're a grown-ass man. Behaving like a weirdo. But maybe you are a weirdo. Because you're doing that shit for the live stream. It's not like you're doing it on the low and you think nobody gonna see me acting like this. You're on a live stream. Talking about, yeah, his wife is up for grabs. You're a fucking weirdo, bro. So, Dean the Great earned that one. Earned it. Larry Wheels, salute to Larry Wheels for giving Dean the Great what he deserved. He needed that. MMA guys don't play in real life. This guy said MMA guys don't play in real life. Do you know anybody that play in real life? Nobody plays in real life. It don't gotta be MMA guys. Nobody play in real life. Men don't play in real life. Like, that's what happens when you mess around with people. Because look at Larry Wills slap the taste out his mouth. He don't play in real life. The average Joe on the street don't play in real life. That's what happens. You disrespect somebody, you're going to find the right one. And I guarantee you, look, if he's like, yeah, his wife is up for grabs, you know what that means? He's probably been in a setting where he's the famous person in the building. He's the famous person in the spot. And he took a shorty girl. He took a girl. Bam, bam. Yeah. That's my girl now. But that's in a little controlled setting. Did you see Rampage trainer Tiki elbow him? I mean, if you're talking about this one, that wasn't an elbow. That was a punch. He snuffed the shit out of him. Closed fist. If you're talking about this one, that wasn't an elbow. That was a punch that landed flush. Bam! Right in Dean the Great mouthpiece. So I don't know if you're talking about that one or if there was another one. But at this point, Dean the Great is gonna turn into this guy who's just out there getting beat up by everybody. Trying to start fights with everybody. The letter M in the building. Bam! Dean the Great, man, he a weirdo and a goofball. And expose himself. Don't drink, buddy, because then you expose that you really are a goofball. The letter M, I feel like some of this is staged. I saw some bodybuilder also slap dude the day before. Yes. Larry Wheels slapped the taste out his mouth. And trust me, that wasn't staged, bro. That wasn't staged at all. Like, if you watch the slap, they really slapped the shit out of him. Hard. And Larry Wheels slapped the shit out of him because he kept trying to come on to his wife. Right in front of him. And it's not staged, but I could tell you that people, turn that live on, and in front of that camera, they want to say and do everything. They want to do the most. Dean the Great is one of these guys that's like really, really, really thirsty for attention. And people like that, they'll do anything in front of a camera. Anything. MMA, it wasn't staged. Larry made a statement about it. No, that definitely wasn't staged. You don't stage a slap like that one, bro. Slap the taste out his mouth. Clifton Dennis. That punch seemed real because that could have hurt Dean. Slap, you never know. They was both real. They was both real. You could see, you could see the tension in the air. Because this is something that didn't just happen. It escalated into that slap. And if you watch the whole thing, that was definitely real. The same thing as the punch. If you look at the punch, Dean is all up in Buddy's face, talking about, I put 100 clip on you, and all this other shit, threatening. And Buddy was like, bang! Snuffed the shit out of him. He earned that. Both of them. He earned the slap, earned the punch. And then after he get punched in the face, he like, yo, why he sock me for? Why he sock me? Bitch ass nigga. Like, what exactly do you expect if you get in a man's face and you threatening him? What are you expecting to happen? A conversation? So I can't give Dean the Great a pass because you 25 years old, man. You're not a little kid. If you don't know how to hold your liquor, stop drinking in public. Stop drinking around a crowd of people, and definitely stop drinking around women. You see how Dean be acting? How he was acting with this dude's wife? I can already see him being involved with situations where a girl's gonna sue him or a girl gonna press charges on him because he did something stupid because he felt like, oh, she was smiling at me, so that mean I could do anything to her. He the type of weirdo to do shit like that. He the one. Yo, she's smiling though. She's smiling. She's with it. His wife is up for grabs. Damn. A woman can't even smile around this dude. Because he already like, yeah, she with it. She was smiling. MMA, arborist. I don't condone a punch like that. But it's warranted at his age. It's a reminder to those things they can run their mouth outside the internet. I mean, I don't condone violence at all. But if you earn it, you earn it. Dean definitely had it coming. In both cases. Both cases, the slap, he earned it. That slap should have actually came way before. Larry Wills, I commend him for his composure. That slap should have been close-fisted. Should have snuffed the shit out of him for that level of disrespect. But a slap is good, showing you a little bitch. Slap the taste out of his mouth. And then Buddy that punched him in the face, that was well earned. So Dean the Great took 2 L's back to back. And I think that's what we're going to know him as. We're going to know him as the dude that's out there getting beat up. MMA, arborist. Even if she was up for grabs, he's a simp for trying to exploit a 304 and humiliate a 300-pound legend. I mean, up for grabs, right there, standing with her man, he a dummy. Now, if you tell me that she slipped him the phone number, or that another day he hit on social media and she slid away on the low and went to a hotel with him and did some crazy stuff, then that's different. That means that she really was up for grabs. But right now, he just looking like a dummy. There's nobody within that setting that felt like she was up for grabs other than him. And I'm telling you, my brother, I've seen that situation in my personal life. And I was embarrassed for the other person. When somebody just think that a woman is down to rock with them and they not, you just don't know how to handle a woman smiling. You already think she open off of you. Yo, that's embarrassing as hell, man. I seen it. That's so embarrassing. I felt secondhand embarrassment for other people because they just didn't get the picture. Like, bro, just because she's smiling, though, don't mean she want to go smash with you. But Dean the Great thinks that. Clifton Dennis. Have you ever spoke about who should Devin's next opponent be? It's a lot of names going around. So, I'm going to tell you like this, man. Devin Haney, he looks like he's going to have all types of options. Bill Haney has floated around multiple names. Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson. So, there's a few names that they floated out there. Who will he fight? I don't know. Because he said that the ship has sailed on the Ryan Garcia fight. He said that's it. Ship sailed on the Ryan Garcia fight. So I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. I'd like to see Devin fight Keyshawn Davis. But I don't think that fight's going to happen just yet. So I'm not sure, bro. And then I thought it was going to be Ryan Garcia if he beats Mario Barrios. But now it's like, I don't know. Maybe if Mario Barrios beat Ryan Garcia, the hits are real. He's letting it happen for content. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he's a weirdo. I think he's a weirdo. Why? I don't think he expected Larry Wheels to slap the shit out of him. He thought shit was just going to be sweet. And the same thing with the other dude. I don't think he expected dude to snuff him. And the guy did. So, I know you want to believe that he's doing it for the content. But nah, he's the guy, like I told you, man. I met people like that. They got a drink in their head. They turn into Superman. They think that they could beat everybody. They could threaten everybody. And then they find the right one. Because trust me, he's done that goofy shit to a lot of people that didn't do nothing. He's done it to people who are like, damn, I don't even want to deal with this clown. And he found the right one in Larry Wheels and the right one in Buddy that snuffed him. Shackle hands. Bell Haney trying to go to what he think is the easiest, gonna be a rude awakening. You mean with Xander Sayers? Because Xander Sayers, man, is a good fighter. Top level fighter. He's a unified champion for a reason. But I think Xander Sayers may end up fighting Josh Kelly just because it looks like they both express interest. They're both interested in fighting each other. Clifton Dennis, what do you think about him saying the ship sailed? It looks like he means it. But I don't really understand because he's saying that the ship sailed because Ryan Garcia got out of VADA testing. And Ryan Garcia is saying that him and Mario Barrios are in VADA testing. So I'm not sure what that's about. Sire, bro need to humble himself ASAP. ASAP. Because if not, he's turning into the next Adrian Broner without the accomplishments. Because at least Adrian Broner got to become a champion in multiple divisions. This dude right here is like a YouTuber boxer who's never accomplished shit and is already acting out. Already getting drunk and beat up. You're embarrassing yourself out there. Looking like a weirdo too. Clifton Dennis. Is that a duck if Ryan becomes champion in your division and you say not giving what he did to your career? I mean, I don't know if we're going to see it as a duck. I don't know. Because you know the circumstances, when it comes to the first fight with Ryan Garcia showing up 3 pounds overweight, testing positive. So because of that, I'm not sure if people are going to see Devin as a duck. Especially if Ryan wins and he's not calling him out. Maybe Ryan wins and he does want to make the fight with Shakur Stevenson. Because he already said that. He already said he was willing to fight Shakur at a catch weight. So that's a possibility. Is it going to happen? We don't know yet. But Ryan Garcia versus Shakur Stevenson, that's a big fight. We're all going to be tuning in if they fight each other. Will it happen? I don't know. But I'd be interested, and I think a lot of us would be. Daniel O'Grant, what do you think about Bob Santos not being on Mario Barrios' corner? To be honest, this could go in his favor or against because he has, I can't remember this guy's name, the trainer who was working with Ryan Garcia previously. So maybe he'll give Mario Barrios some tips as to Ryan Garcia's preparation, or some of his habits in the ring or some of the things that he does. So it might actually, yeah, Joe Goulson, there you have it. You know, having Joe Goulson in his corner may turn out to be an advantage for him. Thank you, Si. Clifton Dennis, wouldn't you want to whoop his ass for that, though, cheating and overweight stuff? I mean, that's what makes sense. What makes sense is for Devin Haney to do what he said he wanted to do, because he had been saying, yo, I got to fight Ryan Garcia. I want to get that in blood. I want that. He been saying he wanted that. But I don't know. It looks like he's having, or like he had a change of mind, because if he's saying the ship sailed, then according to him, that fight's not going to happen. And it would be a very much anticipated fight. Of course, we want to see the rematch. Of course, we want to see how it plays out. Number one, it would be at the welterweight division. Number two, we expect for both of them to make weight. Number three, we expect for Ryan Garcia to be clean. So how does it all play out? We want to see it. It would be a very much anticipated rematch. Now, this exhibition fight, my peoples, I told you guys before, I'm not thrilled about it at all, because Floyd about to be 50, Mike about to be 60. Oh, welterweight versus a heavyweight. Like, what can you really expect? This is going to be like a sparring match. My expectations, this is a sparring match. And they both going to get the bag. Oh, it's like, you know, we're not going to get an action-packed fight here. It's going to be an exhibition. Two of the biggest stars in boxing has ever seen. So because of that, most of us will watch. We'll tune in. But, dang. Well, what can we really expect? And then we have, of course, by the way, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, that's in April. Manny Pacquiao, Ruslan Provodnikov, that's also in April. If you guys don't remember Provodnikov, he went to war with Tim Bradley. He had some other wars, and tough Russian fighter who, you know, bombs away. That's his style. He let the hands fly. He's trying to hurt you. So this could be an interesting exhibition. It can actually be interesting. But ultimately, since Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are both fighting in April, are they setting up the stage to fight each other? That's honestly what I'm wondering. Is it a coincidence that they're doing an exhibition on the same month? I don't know. But Floyd Mayweather already floated the idea of him fighting professionally this year. He already, you know, spoke about that. So could we see a rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao in 2026, a professional fight? It could be an exhibition too, but damn, whatever the case may be, if Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao climb the ring, they're both close to 50 years old. I think being around the same age, it's okay if they want to fight each other. And we're going to tune in. We're going to watch. The letter M, Haney needs his get back. Dakota Margarito treatment. Knocks his ass out. I mean, he needs his get back, but does he want it? It don't look like he want it. It just doesn't look like it. Shackled hands. Floyd got to go. Clifton Dennis. Seems like they setting something up. I'd watch Floyd Manny. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, they're both going to be in an exhibition on the same month in April. It looks like they setting the stage so that then they could meet up afterwards. And I'm telling you, man, if Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao announce a rematch, that the announcement alone is going to break the internet. The announcement alone is going to break the internet. Everybody in every boxing group, in every boxing channel, and every boxing platform is going to be talking about that. Everybody. So let's see. Let's see what's going to happen after they both have their exhibitions in April. Like I told you guys, and you're probably already aware of it, Floyd Mayweather is going to be climbing the ring with Mike Tyson in the month of April. And then we're going to see also Manny Pacquiao versus Ruslan Probotnikov. Let's see what's next after that. Al Booger. Bam! Salute, my brother. Let's see what's next after that, because I agree with you, Clifton Dennis. That's what it looks like. They may be setting up the stage so that they could fight each other. Now, of course, we prefer it to be a real fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. But even if they do an exhibition, we're going to watch. DJ, you think Mayweather can take Crawford? No, Mayweather's close to 50 years old, bro. He can't take on anybody that's at that level, at his age. No. Mayweather cannot take on Crawford, cannot take on Devin Haney, cannot take on Shakur, cannot take on Boots. He cannot take on any fighter of that nature. But if we get Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, that's a competitive fight. That's a competitive fight. They're both right around the same age. Clifton Dennis, Crawford should win. Oh my goodness, Crawford will beat the crap out of Floyd, bro. Like, beat the shit out of him. Like shit coming down his trunks type of beating. Nah. Father Time, my peoples, is undefeated. Father Time don't lose. So you, being close to 50 years old, you don't step in the ring with no Terrence Crawford. You're getting killed out there. Fast deserve a rematch. I mean, it could happen. It could actually happen. Just because they're both going to be doing an exhibition in April in the same month, that's going to set the stage to where if they want to, they could fight later this year. April, May, June, July. They could be fighting in August, September, around there if they wanted to. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But if it does happen, I'm supporting it. And my peoples, earlier I was talking about the Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya saga. Jerome Boost Ennis is trying to get this smoke, but it's all depending on Vergil Ortiz's situation. So, in case you don't know, right now, Vergil Ortiz is in court. Check this out. When Eddie Hearn heard that Vergil Ortiz is supposedly a free agent, he offered he made two offers to Vergil. One, to fight Boots, and two, a 3-fight deal. Oscar De La Hoya sent a cease and desist. Why? Because he's not a free agent. He's with Golden Boy. So this thing is in court right now, and it's going to be determined whether or not Vergil is a free agent. Two possibilities. Number one, he becomes a free agent and signs with Matchroom to fight Jerome Boost Ennis. Or number two, he's going to have to stay with Golden Boy, and they'll be the ones to make the fight with Boots. But I want you to think about this. I want you guys to consider this. Frank Wright, salute, my brother. Bam! I want you guys to consider this. Eddie Hearn is trying to backdoor Oscar De La Hoya, because he know that Vergil is under contract with Golden Boy. Yeah, he's offering Vergil contracts of his own. And you know that you can't do that. Like if a fighter got a contract with a promoter, you cannot offer him a contract. That's tampering. You can't do that. So Oscar De La Hoya got a legal victory in court when they sent that cease and desist, which means that Vergil cannot sign with anybody, cannot fight anybody until this is settled in court. So right now we're waiting to see what's going to happen. They're supposedly having an emergency hearing to determine if Vergil can become a free agent or not. If Vergil can sign with Matchroom or not. So we're going to find out soon. We're going to find out, and I can't wait. But here's the magic question for you guys. If Vergil Ortiz has to stay on Golden Boy, is Oscar De La Hoya going to want to do business with Eddie Hearn after Eddie tried to take his fighter from him? After Eddie tried to backdoor him? That's what I'm wondering. If Oscar De La Hoya wins in court, is he still going to be willing to do business with Eddie Hearn? There's a possibility that he might not. I wouldn't be surprised if he said, you know what, you try to steal my fighter, you're not fighting Boost now. You're going to fight who I tell you, or you're not going to fight at all. That can potentially happen. And Vergil goes on a shelf. Elf on the shelf for Vergil Ortiz. That's the thing, my peoples. In boxing, if you sue your promoter to get out of your contract, you better win that lawsuit. Because if you lose, your ass is cooked. You are completely cooked. Well done. Because now you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck in a contract with somebody who you just tried to leave. That ain't easy. That ain't easy, my peoples. I've seen it before. Remember when Mikey Garcia was stuck in contract with Top Rank? He was inactive for what, 2-3 years? Inactive. Why? Or you try to leave? Now I'm going to show you what you get for that. Once you try to leave, if you're unsuccessful, you already showed your cards. That's tough. That's a tough situation to be in. Al Bugger, with all this back and forth, do you think it's Team Golden Boy or Team Vergil to blame? Who is trying to curb the fade with Boots? So it's hard for me to say right now. I pointed at Vergil for trying to get out of his contract with Golden Boy. Now, if Vergil's gonna go to Matchroom and fight Boots, then I'm okay with it. Right? I'm okay with that. But it looks like Oscar want to make the fight and Eddie want to make the fight. And the reason the fight is not being made yet is because Vergil's claiming that he's a free agent. So now that he's claiming that he's a free agent, Eddie Hearn want to make an offer, but he can't make an offer because Vergil is on the contract with Golden Boy. So they're in court right now to determine if Vergil can sign with Matchroom or if he has to stay with Golden Boy. Right now, that's what's being determined in court. Pause the track. Jay hit the blinky this morning. Salute, family. Bam. That's really what it's about. Can he become a free agent? If he does become a free agent, then he's going to be able to sign with Matchroom and fight Boots. If he doesn't become a free agent, the fight has to be done via Golden Boy and Matchroom. I don't know what's going to happen at this point. They are having an emergency hearing. We're going to find out soon. I think we're going to find out this week. Either this week or next week, we're going to find out what's happening. But Vergil's trying to leave Golden Boy. That we know for sure. He's trying to leave Golden Boy. If he's successful at leaving, what is he going to do? Is he still going to fight Boots now that he's getting an offer from Eddie Hearn? Or is he going to go in a different direction? I think the person who's in the toughest position right now is Vergil Ortiz. Number one, if you lose the lawsuit and you stay stuck at Golden Boy, your ass is cooked. That's number one. And number two, If you win the lawsuit and you become a free agent, the fight with Boots is already being offered by Eddie Hearn, so you're going to have to take it. You're either going to take it or you're ducking. So the boys in Vergil Ortiz's court, he's the only reason why the fight is not happening yet. He could have signed on to do the fight under Golden Boy. And he chose not to. That's why he's in this legal battle right now. Shackle hands, Oscar be on some stuff. What happened last time with Ryan? With the Oscarisms. I mean, but you also got to give him his credit, bro. Oscar De La Hoya, you know, he's had a great career as a promoter. He's made a lot of big fights. He's made a lot of stars. And Vergil Ortiz is one of them. You know, before he signed with Golden Boy, we didn't know who Vergil Ortiz was. We never heard of him. If you're not from Texas, you didn't know Vergil Ortiz. And look at the star that he is today. He became that star fighting under Golden Boy. And that's another thing to consider. If a promoter make you a star and now you want to leave when the biggest fight of your career is coming up, yo, the promoter's not going to take that too well. He's not, because he's going to be like, damn, we invested a lot of money in you. We made you a star. And now you just want to leave on your own? That's how you want to do it? You better win that lawsuit. I'm telling you, my peoples, when you sue your promoter, you better win that lawsuit. Because if you don't, your ass is cooked. Shackle hands. He didn't let Ryan fight Alpo because he ain't set up the fight. He be hating. The letter M. I bet he's nervous, smiling, talking to Oscar. Posse track. Maybe he should stay, because if he loses, they might still help you out. I mean, right? Look, that's why I say, if you sue your promoter, you better win that lawsuit. Because if you lose and you stuck in contract with that same promoter, now they're going to shit on you. They're like, oh, shit, I made you a star. I invested all this money. And you want to leave? Okay. You're still in contract. And you're going to be in contract until I don't know when in 2027. Until then, you're going to fight who I say you fight, or you're not fighting at all. You can sit on the shelf. Sit right there. You ain't fighting. That can happen. Posse track. Maybe he should stay. It's bad business. Clutch. Are you a boxing coach? No, sir. I work with boxing coaches, but I'm not a coach myself. Shackle hands. What if they stunt? And they're all in cahoots? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Nobody's going to be stunting going to federal court. When we, you know, because it could have been clout to hype this thing up. But when you see that they're in federal court, when you see that Oscar De La Hoya sent Eddie Hearn a cease and desist, everything that's happening is real shit. It's real shit going on. Posse track. Court is court. There's real shit going on. And there's going to be a hearing. I don't know the date, but there's going to be an emergency hearing specifically to determine if this fight is going to happen or not. The letter M. Jay is the boxing prophet. Whoa. Salute, my brother. Those who know, know. They know what that means. But I still want to know, man, how is this going to play out? Is Vergil Ortiz going to be a Golden Boy fighter moving forward, or is he going to sign to Matchroom? Because either way, both of those promoters want him to fight Boots. Everybody want him to fight Boots. We want him to fight Boots. Shackle hands. Why did he say Hearn cease and desist? Because when Vergil Ortiz said that he was a free agent, Eddie Hearn tried to offer him a contract, tried to offer him two options. Number one, Eddie Hearn tried to offer him the fight with Boots, but via Matchroom, and try to offer him a 3-fight deal via Matchroom. So he's basically backdooring Oscar De La Hoya. Like, yeah, you're a free agent. Let's go. Let's do business. So Oscar De La Hoya sent him a cease and desist, which was granted by federal court. It was granted. So Hearn tried to backdoor him, and Oscar De La Hoya was like, nah, he ain't a free agent just because he say so. We got a contract, buddy. What is you doing? What are you doing, Eddie? This guy's on the contract with me. The letter M. Is it possible to do a joint deal? They gonna both milk him. I mean, that's what was supposed to happen. That's exactly what was supposed to happen. Oscar De La Hoya has had his fighters fight with matchroom fighters. Those fights are easy to make because they both fight on the zone. They've done it before. And that's what they were supposed to do. But Vergil Ortiz made it more difficult now that he's trying to become a free agent, because now we got to deal with this legal battle first in order to determine how is it going to happen. Shackle hands, oh snap, Hearn funny. Trying to get the bread. Mr. Eddie slick. You see? He tried to backdoor Oscar. He knows that Vergil got a contract with Golden Boy. Why are you offering Vergil the fight? So I'm going to put it to you like this. This fight could have been between Golden Boy and Matchroom, and it could already be a signed, done deal. Instead, what Eddie Hearn tried to do, let me make it a 100% Matchroom fight by bringing Vergil over to Matchroom and offering him this contract. The problem is that Vergil is under contract with Golden Boy. Now he's suing to get out of that contract. The letter M. It's safe to say Vergil effed up big time. I mean, listen. If he wins in court, becomes a free agent, and signs with Eddie Hearn to fight Boots, then he won. He gambled and won. But if he loses in court and he has to stay with Golden Boy until 2027, then he's cooked. Because now you showed Oscar that you was trying to leave him. You disloyal to him. And you're still under contract with him. He's going to have control of your career until 2027. Your ass is cooked. So you better win that lawsuit. It's all about how is this thing going to play out in court. Shackle hands. Now it looked like Oscar did something shady to Vergil. Something shady to Vergil. Because he's trying to go to Matchroom. So here's the thing, Shackle hands. We don't know that he's trying to go to Matchroom. And I'm going to tell you why. Supposedly, he was trying to go to Canelo Alvarez promotional company. So we don't know if he's trying to go with Matchroom. Eddie Hearn made an offer because he's like, okay, if you're a free agent, I'm going to make an offer. So we don't know that that's what he's trying to do. Most of all, he was trying to become a free agent because he says, you know, the whole situation between Golden Boy and the zone means his contract is over. We're going to find out. We're going to find out how this whole thing plays out in court, y'all. But it's going to be interesting to see. You know, there is an emergency hearing, so that should happen real soon. So I think possibly this week, we're going to find out if Vergil versus Boots is going down. This week, we may find out. Pasta track. Doesn't sound like a good career move, especially because Vergil, a baby ducking on. Look, man, suing your promoter to get out of your contract, it could be a great move if you win in court, and it's a disastrous move if you lose. That's why I remind people of Mikey Garcia. He lost 2 or 3 years of his prime trying to get out of his contract with Top Rank. 2 or 3 years of inactivity trying to get out of his contract. So what did Bob Arum do with him? Oh, you want to get out your contract? You ain't loyal to us? All right. Sit right there in that shelf collecting dust. Mikey Garcia didn't fight for years because of that. So Oscar De La Hoya, if he wins in court, Vergil Ortiz is going to be on the contract till 2027. I don't know, probably till late 2027. That means he's going to be cooked. Cooked. Shackle hands. Eddie's still going to get him fights. But again, it's all going to depend on what happened in court. If he's stuck with Golden Boy, Eddie ain't getting him no fights. No fights for Vergil outside of Golden Boy. Oscar De La Hoya is going to decide who and when he fights. So he better win. He better win, yo. When you're a fighter and you sue your promoter, you better win. Because if you don't, you in trouble. Trouble. My peoples, I'm about to end this episode of Boxing for Breakfast. I want to give a shout out to everybody who tuned in this morning. I appreciate you guys. Shackle Hands was in the building. Track, the letter M was in the hizzy. I appreciate you fellas. Cy was in the building. Al Burger, Toy Mafia, Supreme Green Lawn Care. Salute my brother and everybody else. Frank Rice and everybody else who tuned in, my peoples. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Boxing for Breakfast. I gotta say, my peoples, you know what it is. Tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we're gonna be talking about it. Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios, man, is this Saturday. Frank the Ghost Martin is also gonna be in there doing his thing. Gary Antoine Russell is gonna be doing his thing. So we got a real good card, some real good fights this Saturday. Y'all know I'm gonna be calling a fight night with Jay Smith. Don't miss out. Giving you the elite level commentary. Devastating blow, ladies and gentlemen. We can expect some serious action on Saturday. My peoples, y'all already know what it is, man. This is Boxing for Breakfast. I'm Jay Smith. Salute to everybody, y'all. Bam. I'm out.